What's going on, world? We're back in this thing again. My name's Deon, Malik. Welcome to Deon's Lookout. And today, I'm going to help everybody understand a little bit more about their body with the multiple systems that it's made up of in the health department. Shout out to Team Fusion, Team KYANI. Yes, I'm upselling. Yes, I got the goods. Yes, I got that work for the business partners trying to get that money. So please hit your boy up if you're interested in working with me or you want to get your life together. This particular article is going to definitely shed some light on why I take this important. This right here, my friends, is KYANI Sunrise full of wild Alaskan blueberries. It's quite delicious and it's packed with antioxidants and vitamin B12, things that your brain needs to be able to have focus, clarity, and Zen-like posture. So basically, what y'all need to know is that I undertook this journey so that I could understand myself a little bit more by getting all my answers from the source, the creator, so that I can give them all to you. I told my mom that I wanted to heal my youngest baby sister, who has epilepsy and cerebral palsy, but not just heal her, like medicine needs or anything. I'm talking about heal her like Jesus. I said I was gonna just touch her and she was gonna be healed.
Your leg broken? Me make better, then you run away. Huh?
And when I said this was taken as an insult, unfortunately, in my family. The reason why I think they took this as an insult, well, they told me, but you know, they took this as an insult because they felt like I was disrespecting their methods of all the things and ways that they tried to heal her, especially talking about healing her like Jesus, who they went to church every Sunday praying to the very man whom I claimed I can heal her like in his honor, Jesus. What was interesting was my mom hit me with a really cold truth that day, and she said to me, if I wanted to heal her, or I could heal her like Jesus, how come I didn't heal this keloid on my arm right here? I have a keloid, a scar, when I was younger. It took those words for me to realize that if I'm gonna heal anybody, I gotta heal myself. I gotta work on myself first before I can help anybody else. And thus began my journey of self-enlightenment. This journey that you see today was to understand, in one hand, how could I do something that a lot of people think is impossible to do with the body? And in the other hand, we have miracle believers and dreamers who believe anything is possible. How can I take the people who don't think it's possible and the people who think anything is possible and bring them together? So I decided to combine the physical aspect and nature of man with the esoteric cosmic side of man. You know, the side that people don't pay attention to and the side they think doesn't exist, and people are just full of it, talking about them wearing things like crystals that help heal them because it's just a good luck charm. Well, that actually has a science to it too if you took the time to study it. And if you use those things to combine with the physical side, you can logically make sense of why the body does this and what it does when you do certain things that have chemical reactions. And that's what I've been doing, essentially. The place where I chose to get the information from was the very place that everybody told me, if you believe, anything is possible. And they said that if I believe in God, the Creator, and I asked or prayed upon the things that I wanted in my life, I could learn or do or be anything. And through God, the Creator, this is where I could have my blessings manifest and unfold. So I went to the source where people said this was an impossible thing. Even if people didn't believe, I just wanted to go for it because, well, what use is it to know something but not apply the wisdom that you learned? I knew that I wasn't going to be able to really ask anybody how I was going to be able to heal my baby sister with just putting their hands on her. I knew I wasn't going to be able to ask anybody how to heal my baby sister by just putting my hands on her and healing her. This wasn't something that most people do. And even in reading the Bible, it gives the answers, or the other spiritual text gives the answers, but they're very broad and very vague. So I knew that I was going to have to challenge myself and really dig deep on everything that I thought I knew to shed light on things that I didn't know and combine the two together to make sense of something here and really digging myself for the answers to kind of see if I was right about it, and then search the world to see. And it started with the basics, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to know anything about this kind of stuff if I don't at least know the basics. And that's learning about the human body. Come to find out, the average person doesn't even know much, if anything, about the human body other than maybe a few of the systems in their body. So this journey became even more fun as I started to understand even more and recognize that I'm stepping into doctor territory now and scientist territory. I knew this much about supernatural abilities. All of them manipulated energy at a molecular level. And in order to affect things at that kind of level, I would need a tremendous amount of mental energy to be able to exert it out into the environment around me. This meant that I would have to raise my vibration to a higher frequency to be able to attain a mental state and have this much energy to even do something like this. So I needed to understand how my body worked chemically to understand how to electromagnetically rewire myself. Since I knew that basically we're all made of light, I wanted to know, and I still want to know. My research isn't completely done yet, and this is part of the reason why I created this blog, so that I can meet other people who can, talk to me and fill me in on some things that I may not know. Basically, I wanted to know about vitamins and minerals, what they are, how they exist, where can I find them, what foods are they in, how much can I have before I pass out, what's the optimal amount that I can take that my body needs to maximize its function, that the FDA isn't approving, but rather our ancestors took, since we know our ancestors were way stronger and more healthier than the current man we see today. Aside from understanding what foods the vitamins and minerals are in, I pretty much wanted to know what would happen if we took those things, gave ourselves the proper nutrition and exercise, stress-free environments, good vibes all day, and meditation. We know that the mind goes through multiple mental stages, from being a baby to a toddler to an adolescent to a teenager. And within each one of these stages, there's something that the body miraculously does that changes its whole chemistry. From a baby to a toddler, the baby learns how to crawl and walk. And then when you're a toddler to an adolescent, you're basically learning how to speak and start to articulate information. And then when you're an adolescent to a teenager, you're starting to apply that information. But something happens when you become an adult that stops the transformation, and that's strictly because we have to work. So once we start working, all of the things that we did from a baby up to an adult kind of ceases, because we're no longer training the mind to keep being fed information. We're only working to survive. And then we teach our kids that same cycle, and then once they get up to that point, they stop feeding themselves information, which stops the chemical process that the body was trying to ascend to, but had to just kind of plateau at a place of complacency. But even more so, we just start training our physical bodies because we're training it so that we have the energy to work, which is stupid.
How, Sway?
Why would you continuously train your physical body to keep working, to train your physical body to keep working, and then completely neglect the mind? And then you just let the mind go haywire and filled up with all these distractions that eventually kills them. I know for a fact that's not how life's supposed to be. Just like I said that our bodies go from being a baby to a toddler to an adolescent to a teen, and we go through different stages. I think our minds are still in the baby toddler stage. We never taught it to get to this point. And you know that our minds are like babies or toddlers because of the attention span that the mind has. Just try to meditate for 5 minutes and see if you can do 20 push-ups and see how long you last. The mind is going to stop you from trying to do it, put all these other thoughts into your head that you weren't even thinking, and just start chattering and just distractions and no attention to the object at hand. Just like a baby. Keep telling the baby over and over and over, the baby doesn't listen. And when you see that in the mind, and obviously you know that if I can't do this and use the force to knock this KYANI over, it's because my mind is still like a baby and doesn't even understand the world around it and how it navigates and holds all this together. So in order to discipline the mind, the first thing is to understand how the body works the way that it does. And below are 12 different systems that you can click this link right here if you want to go check it out for yourself, or you can just continue watching this video. I think it's pretty cool. Well, I'd watch it if I were me. For you, whichever. And they all just talk about the 12 different systems of the body that my research led me to discover. Number 1, respiratory system. It starts in your nose and goes up to your upper airway and into the lungs, which allows proper exchange of gas from the outside environment and helps circulate the blood through your body. Number 2, the digestive system. Need I say more? Do you like to eat? Okay, well, this system basically breaks down food and all drinks that you eat, turns it into the nutrients for your body's usage. Number 3, we got the pee and dookie system. This gets rid of nitrogenous waste out of the blood. It also regulates your electrolytes, your fluids, and your pH levels. If you don't know about pH, you should check that out because your pH level should always be more alkaline and less acidic. That's a really big deal. I'm really big on that, by the way. Number 4, the integumentary system. The integumentary system. This describes the outer covering of your body, your skin, which provides basically the first layer of protection from the environment and germs. Fun fact, what's the largest organ on your body? Your skin. Number 5, your skeletal system. Gives your body shape and support and allows your body voluntary movement while storing calcium. It also protects your vital organs and it also makes your red blood cells. Number 6, your muscular system. Your muscular system is composed of a special tissue called, guess what? Muscular tissue. You see, muscles, they got the ability to allow your body to contract in the different directions that it does and expand to allow the movements that it does. And it helps maintain posture because it's using energy. Click on the affiliate link below that I'm trying to upsell you on if you got some sort of muscle tension. This powder will do you justice. Number 7, your immune system. As you know, this one protects you against germs, bacteria, viruses, all the things that's trying to kill you and destroy your body every single day. Number 8, the cardiovascular system. Also called the heart and circulatory system. This system allows transportation of blood to each of your body's tissues with each pump from your heart that carries the oxygen and the nutrients needed to keep you alive and strong there, man. The lymphatic system also includes the lymph glands, the vessels, the spleen, the tonsils, and the thymus. Number 10, the endocrine system. This one is a network of glands that release hormones that regulate the body's various functions. This system regulates your growth, your metabolism, and your sexual development functions. Number 11. Now you probably heard of the nervous system. I think we all have. This is a popular one. This one includes your brain, your spinal cord, your nerves, and all your sense organs like your ears and your eyes. What this system basically does is it receives the information from the outside and responds to the information on the inside and vice versa. And last but not least, number 12. This system is the reproductive system. This is a system that pretty much generates hormones to make offspring for your babies. Basically, as you can see, understanding the 12 different systems, if you dig deeper into each one of them, you'll start to see how each one of them are integrated, and then you understand how the food works when you eat it and the exercise that you take. So now I understand a lot more my body and the things that go on inside of it at this point because there's a little bit of information that most people don't know. Before we go, I'd like to upsell you again on some KYANI. This one right here is Nitro, the Nitro Extreme, part of the Triangle of Health, part of Team Fusion. You know, this one basically has something in it called CoQ10 enzyme, which is a molecule that charges all of your molecules to like a positive ion. It does major justice, gives you a boost of energy. It's like 5-hour energy without the caffeine, without the crash. That actually helps your body and gives you the nourishment that your body actually needs because CoQ10 enzyme declines as you age. So good stuff right here. I'll probably take some right now. Got a little salty taste. But go ahead and click the link below if you want to order these products. We're getting it. Signing out.
Out there water finding Nemo, know it's all love when I'm bopping with a cluck out south, just another lost soul from a kid. I know that everybody can't swim with the great whites, blend with the vultures, or go hang glide with the seagulls with the pretty little lady.